The Scout. Fast and speedy boy from the country of Boston. The first class we will be covering here on the Stinkster channel. The Scout was born in the Boston, where he was raised by his single mother and 100 brothers. He was beaten to death by his brothers and decided to get into Roblox map making. Through this hobby, he met Big Australian, and he was then employed as a fast, speedy boy on the Team Fortress 2 gaming club. He is best friends with the sniper, and they go to McDonald's each Friday in order to discuss the latest episode of BoJack Horseman. But there is more to the Scout than just his story. On to the most important part of the character. Scout is the fastest land-dwelling class, able to accelerate to insane speeds. He can use his connection to God in order to push himself further in the air and fly. Those who have seen him have dubbed him God's greatest disciple. When you play as a Scout, however, you are seen as a villain. With your high speed and high damage, you are sure to annoy the enemy team and get them to spit out their food all over the table. Scout's primary source of damage is the scatter gun. This gun does high damage and is said to have been used to kill the last woolly mammoth. When you use this gun, you are saying to people that you are looking to ruin their day, spank their asses, and feel good about it. Even if they don't feel good. This meat juicer does over 100 damage up close and personal, so you know you're about to tell them that you're the sexiest boy around. Grab it in Australian to really get the ladies howling and hollering like chimpanzees in heat. If you're out of ammo or are too far to use the shatter gun, there's a solution. The handy dandy Billy and Mandy pistol. With this pistol, you can shoot people. People who are too far, people who are too close, people going through a rough divorce. No matter who it is, you can shoot them. Its sleek design and high ammo count makes it the perfect weapon for gamers on the go. But no gamer would be complete without his little number, the baseball bat. Perfect for beating people to death, no matter who it is, old people, young people, middle-aged anime fans. No matter who you're looking to take out, this weapon has you covered. It was invented by John B. Batt in 1967 and was used by many great men through history, and now it has been passed on to the Scout. Use this weapon wisely, and you will be gifted with entrance to the Holy Gates. These weapons aren't all Scout has to offer, however. You might just find yourself in the company of some devilish little unlockables. Let's start with the hunky little primary weapon, shall we? Oh my. The Force in Nature was an item that came to Gabe Newell in a dream after he predicted the coronavirus pandemic. What if there was a weapon that could send enemies the appropriate social distancing distance? And so, the Force in Nature was born. This weapon does not have as many shots as the Scatter Shitter, however. It deals a busty amount of damage though, and sends enemies flying into the upper atmosphere. Gamers beware, however. This weapon is haunted by Steve Harvey's vengeful spirit. The Shortstop is a scattergun for pussies. You can shoot people from far away and grind pepper up their noses. It does less damage up close, but has less spread. You are now the sniper, but worse. However, this weapon is saved by the special funny stat it gains. By right-clicking, you can shove people to their demise, shoving people like you shove your mother into the grave. It is easy to understand why people use this weapon once you see the beautiful shoving technology that Gabon has implemented into this game. Bravo! The Salty Papa is the force of nature but better. It deals 1 billion damage up close and is full of good and healthy toxic waste. Keep on shooting your enemies and eventually your gun is filled with the power of Buddha and you are able to ascend into the heavens above and watch as war and famine claims your enemies, the worst kind of defeat they can experience. The Baby Bitches Blaster makes your team think you're a spy. It makes you slow as all fuck. However, if you deal enough damage to your enemies, you become the fast guy from DC, and run at your enemies with extreme acceleration power. However, you are weak to one thing: 25 damage. 25 damage is all it takes to take you from the DC man to the Piss Pea man. Be sneaky, be silly. Do not face the enemy head first. Face him from the back, and you will find the victory you desire. And speaking of backs, the back shatter is a weapon where you deal more damage when behind people, and that's what it does. I don't know what else you want. It's a bit pointless if you ask me. Scout already hits people from behind. It's like the entire point. It doesn't even do that much more damage. But what of secondaries? Oh, the secondaries are plentiful, young man. And we shall start with the winger. Do you want to ascend higher as scout? Of course you do, silly. The winger makes you jump higher than you once did, allowing you to gain sneaky positions and funny strategies, jumping into a building or a ledge, and surprising your enemies with your goofy gun. They will surely not know what hit them when you attack. The Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol is only for the sexiest gamers. It regains HP on hit, allowing you to keep that sexy body fresh and young for longer. However, God cannot let your power grow greater than his own, and so 25% smaller clip size, meaning this gun cannot shoot for quite as much as the pistol, but perhaps it is worth the pain in order to gain that health back, or perhaps restore your former glory. The Flying Guillotine was used in World War I by British Army personnel in order to inflict massive damage on enemy troops. Its bleed effect can be paired with other weapons in order to deal some crazy damage and get people ready for your big meaty shot. It is not a pistol like the other secondaries so far, and is instead thrown. As the name suggests, it flies, but not with wings, but with gravity. Throw it to make people fear you and your ways. All new Bonk Atomic Punch packs an atomic punch. One cannon, you'll be moving faster than a speeding bullet. Enemies won't be able to hit you because that sugar will hype you up, up, up. Buy Bonk, Atomic Punch, Plutonium Berry, or Cherry Fission today. And why not also try Criticola? Kill people faster than ever before. Destroy their bodies with this amazing grape-flavored energy drink. And manliness is guaranteed. Well, manliness is not guaranteed. Mad Milk. This... God, that's just... Yeah, that... This isn't milk. Let's move on. The Sandman was once the god of TF2. It was able to destroy enemies with ease, causing tears amongst the masses. However, Valve, the cruel deities they are, nerfed the Sandman, and now it is merely used by the small and weak noobs who do not know any better. But those who remember the days long past remember the terror this beast brought with it. The candy cane. Well, the candy cane is a funny little weapon. It's a little candy. It's a sweet little minty treat. It drops sweet little health packs for you when you kill people, letting you just last that little bit longer. The Boston Basher allows our favorite Boston boy to bash people. If he hits them, they start to bleed uncontrollably from every hole in their body. However, the same happens to you if you miss them, so don't miss, you idiot. It isn't that hard to just not miss, dumb doo doo stupid dummy. Sun on a stick is a shit weapon. There's no point in using it. You're immune to fire or some shit and you do extra damage to burning players. You ain't exactly set people on fire as Scout. It sucks ass, don't use it. A fan of war. Everyone uses it in MVM. This weird thing, I don't know what it is, but you get miniature critical hits on your enemies, allowing you to wacky, slappy, pissy, passy their pussy with your scattergun, and make them rage in the chat about how life is unfair. So it's a pretty PogChamp weapon. Atomizer is a cool weapon. It lets you triple jump and get that little bit closer to the birds that you wish you could fly alongside. It is a baseball bat, but with cooler colours. And it also mini crits if you're in the air, so you can be a Trollger, but worse in every way. Rap Assassin is the go-to for many sweaty skunts. Alongside the cleaver, this weapon deals bleed, so pairing them together can be an unholy combination that even the biggest of penises will fear. But do not take this weapon lightly, it is cursed. It is said that anyone who equips this weapon will never lay in bed with a woman, and will never feel the touch of a lover. So be warned, dear viewer. The fish. The fish is a weapon invented in the dark days, when light was near impossible to find on this planet. There was nothing but shadow, until one day, the fish appeared. It beat back the darkness, and brought light back to the world. Since that day, the fish has been passed to future generations in order to keep our world at peace. Its power is untold, and its abilities are still being discovered. However, if you, brave viewer, should choose to equip this weapon, it shall grant you a funny message when you hit people. So, those were Scout's weapons. A rather beautiful bunch of items, I must say. I am quite surprised by the power of this little man. And dear viewer, my good friend, take these words I've spoken to heart. Choose wisely your weapons, your playstyle and your gaming, and go forth and spread chaos or order to the world. And become the speedy Boston man I know you can be. Until next time.